Morning. Road crews continue to keep the streets clean as workers battle prolonged winter weather. But this time, Kentucky isn't the only state dealing with that cold. Most of the South experienced a generational snowstorm this week.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday, Mountain family. My name is Amelia Lee on this beautiful January 22nd, and we are at 5 o'clock this morning. We're also at the time to check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal for a look at the forecast this morning. Megan, a bit of a cold start. I know I had some frost on my back and front window. I'm not the most patient person, so I don't prefer to sit there and wait for that to defrost.
Yeah, I'm not the most patient either, but I've started to not be able to drive in the mornings with it being as cold as it is. I've just been sitting in my car waiting for it to warm up before I hit the road. But yes, you're definitely gonna need to set out that extra time because it is very cold outside. We are talking single digits everywhere in eastern Kentucky. We have a couple sensors that are down this morning because of the cold weather, I'm sure, and we are looking quite cold. As we're traveling towards Irvin, we're even seeing negative ambient air temperatures. That's not including the wind chill. So very cold this morning. Make sure you are bundled up. And as we head into the afternoon, well, here is a good piece of information. We looked at highs yesterday, colder than this, but now we're starting to trend warmer. We're looking in the upper 20s, seeing 30s as you're traveling towards Middlesboro, Williamsburg, Jacksboro, and Monticello. And we'll continue to keep this trend going the next couple of days with those temperatures warming up, thankfully. But you're in for some good news as well in terms of the snow because there is none today. We're looking at partly cloudy all day long, and that is a story that you can expect for your Wednesday. Amelia.
All right, Megan, thank you. I'm excited for that little bit of a warm-up we're getting. Well, county road crews in our area dealt with numerous snowstorm events in the past weeks. But workers say despite this, they are up to the challenge of keeping the streets clear. In Pulaski County, there's still several inches of snow and even some ice on miles and miles of county roads. Wayne Taylor with the county's road department says as they work to clear the roads, they are refreezing again. He says the relentless stretch of winter weather is rough.
We've had our hands full just trying to get them clear and work plenty of overtime.
County road crews cannot salt gravel roads as they say the salt will cause too much damage. A close call in Corbin, where a woman stranded on the side of the interstate sat for hours in temperatures near zero. A K-9 patrolman stumbled upon the scene and says the woman was shivering and her lips were blue. Lucy Cole spoke with the officer who came to the rescue.
In the early hours of the morning, one driver in Corbin faced a freezing challenge.
To me, it appeared to be just a regular abandoned vehicle, which is quite common on I-75. I just took a quick glance into the driver's side and I noticed a light was inside of the vehicle.
These are photos taken by Patrolman Brentley Patrick after he rescued a woman who was freezing in her stopped car.
She just looked at me and she was quite obviously in distress and very thankful that I was there and explaining that she had ran out of gas.
She was there for almost 2 hours. She even lit a candle and stuffed her windshield with tissues to try and keep warm. Patrolman Patrick was able to put her in his vehicle to warm her up. Lori Weaver Hawkins with AAA of the Bluegrass shared with us what to keep in your car in case of an emergency like this.
Start with an ice scraper, preferably one with a snow brush on the end. And then you want to have either jumper cables or a jump pack. Some flares or reflective triangles that you can set out. Make sure that you have a heavy winter coat, hat, and gloves in the vehicle.
Patrolman Patrick told us this driver did appear to have an emergency preparedness kit in her car that she was using, but she was still in danger.
This is the one time we wish somebody would have called. If you're sitting on the other side of the interstate and it's 9 degrees out and you're to the point that you're shivering cold and needing blankets, you call us.
For now, I'm Lucy Cole, WKYT.
Corbin police say the driver is doing okay. She does not have any injuries from the cold. Well, some Kentucky school districts are running out of non-traditional instruction days. Now, some education leaders are making their case to lawmakers to step in and help. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports Education Commissioner Robbie Fletcher is asking lawmakers to increase the current limit of 10 days. He says lawmakers are receptive, but no decisions have been made. No word yet on just how many additional days are being proposed. As we deal with these cold temperatures and the remnants of some snow, a historic winter storm is causing the usual dangers like slippery roads and power outages. It's giving air travelers the usual headaches, with hundreds of flight delays today and a couple thousand yesterday. But this storm is unusual. Meteorologists are calling it a generational event. That's because it's happening in some of the southernmost areas of the country. Amy Kiley reports on Americans experiencing snow for the very first time.
A once-in-a-generation winter storm in the far south is delighting some people who have never seen snow.
I've never seen snow falling. I'm like a little kid right now.
Brutal cold is the reason for the storm in Gulf Coast states and the southeast. Most winter weather alerts are expiring or expired by now, but not without making history first. Southern Louisiana has its first ever blizzard warning in the history books after yesterday.
We can do this in NOLA.
The New Orleans airport reports 8 inches of snowfall. That's more than 3 times the previous modern record.
I'm like, dang, it feels like Christmas. Like, I'm from Texas, so it don't snow like that down here. It don't snow. It barely even snows. So seeing all this snow is something like new. It's magical to me.
Florida likely has a new all-time statewide snowfall record.
This is a blizzard in terms of Florida weather.
Parts of Georgia, Texas, Mississippi, and Alabama are covered in white too. And it's not just humans in awe of the snow. Some animals also seem to be experiencing it for the first time.
She didn't like the snow at first, but now she loves it. She just licks it off the ground, as y'all can see.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Absolutely adorable to experience snow for the first time. Well, back here in Kentucky, we're more used to it, and cold temperatures are taking a toll on water pipes, freezing in homes and businesses. Surveillance video shows a waterfall happening Monday inside Bourbon and Toulouse restaurant in Lexington. Kevin Heathcote is the co-owner of the popular joint. He says this problem goes back to a water line that runs from the ceiling down to the Coke machine. The water line froze and eventually the pipe burst.
It actually runs right above a canister light. So had somebody not been here, I mean, you're risking potential electrical fires.
Officials say business owners need to know where the main water shutoff is located. Heathcote knew his was in the kitchen. Well, we now have an update on a story we first brought to you on Friday. Troopers with Kentucky State Police have released the name of the person killed in a Floyd County car crash. The crash happened in the Mini area. They say Terry Salmon's vehicle collided with another person's Ford Escape, then hit a Toyota Highlander. Salmon's was pronounced dead by the Floyd County Coroner's Office. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Still to come, local TikTok businesses are expressing their hope to get a deal done and keep the app in America.
And the end of the freezing temperatures are approaching. I'll have more information up next.